Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving into one of the hottest and most complex topics in the tech world right now. AI and intellectual property. Who owns what when a machine creates something? It's a question that's sending ripples through art, music, literature, and even code. So, let's start with the basics. You've probably seen those incredible AI-generated images, from photorealistic portraits to surreal landscapes. Or maybe you've heard music composed entirely by an algorithm. These creations are amazing, but they also open up a huge can of legal worms. Traditionally, copyright law protects original works of authorship created by humans. The key word there is humans. For a long time, the US Copyright Office has been pretty clear. A work must have human authorship to be copyrightable. They famously cited a case where a monkey took a selfie, and the court ruled that the monkey couldn't own the copyright. So, when an AI, which is essentially a sophisticated tool, generates an image, who's the author? Is it the person who wrote the prompt? The developers who created the AI model? Or does the work belong to no one, falling into the public domain? This isn't just a theoretical debate anymore. Artists and creators are on the front lines. A few years ago, a computer scientist named Stephen Thaler tried to copyright an image created by his AI system, which he called the Creativity Machine. The Copyright Office denied his application, stating that the work lacked the human authorship necessary to support a copyright claim. Thaler took the case to court, but the federal court upheld the decision. The ruling was clear. AI-generated art, without significant human input, cannot be copyrighted in the United States. But what counts as significant human input? This is where things get really fuzzy. Let's say you use an AI image generator. You don't just press a button and get a masterpiece. You might spend hours refining your prompts, tweaking parameters, combining different outputs, and using editing software to get the final result. Is that enough human creativity to warrant a copyright? The Copyright Office has issued some guidance suggesting that it might be if you arrange or modify AI-generated content in a sufficiently creative way, the resulting work could be protected. Think of it like a collage artist who uses existing photographs to create something new and original. The copyright would protect the artist's unique arrangement, not the individual photos themselves. This is a huge deal for artists who are embracing AI as a new tool. They argue that prompt engineering is a creative skill in itself. Crafting the perfect prompt requires imagination, precision, and an understanding of how the AI interprets language. For them, the AI is like a very advanced paintbrush or camera. They are still the driving creative force. Now let's flip the coin and talk about the data that these AI models are trained on. To generate art, text, or music, AIs are fed massive datasets containing billions of examples from the internet. This includes copyrighted images, articles, books, and songs created by human artists. And this is where the big lawsuits are starting to pile up. Many creators are arguing that their work is being used without permission or compensation to train these commercial AI models. They feel that AI companies are essentially building multi-billion-dollar products on the back of their creative labor. It's like someone scanning every book in a library to write their own bestseller, without ever acknowledging the original authors. Major companies like Getty Images, a massive stock photo agency, have sued AI art generators for allegedly scraping millions of their images without a license. You can even see remnants of the Getty Images watermark on some AI-generated pictures, which they argue is direct evidence of copying. Similarly, a group of visual artists filed a class action lawsuit against several popular AI art platforms. Their claim is that these tools are, at their core, just high-tech collage machines that remix existing copyrighted work into new, derivative forms. The AI companies have their own defense, of course. They often argue that their use of this data falls under fair use. Fair use is a legal doctrine that allows the limited use of copyrighted material without permission for purposes like criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, or research. The argument is that the AI isn't just copying and pasting the original works. Instead, it's learning the patterns, styles, and concepts from the data to generate something entirely new. They compare it to how a human artist learns by studying the works of masters. A painter might study Monet to learn about Impressionism, but the paintings they create in that style are still their own. This is a really tough legal question, and courts are just beginning to grapple with it. The outcome of these cases will have enormous consequences. If the courts side with the AI companies, it could accelerate AI development and innovation. But if they side with the creators, it could force AI developers to rethink how they train their models, perhaps by using only licensed or public domain data. This could slow things down, but would ensure artists are compensated for their contributions. The issue isn't just limited to images. Authors are also raising alarms. Thousands of writers, including some very famous names, have signed open letters demanding that AI companies stop using their books to train large language models without consent or payment. They fear a future where AI can churn out novels in their style, devaluing their craft and livelihood. Imagine a world where you can ask an AI to write a new Harry Potter book. Who gets paid for that? It's a complex, ethical, and economic puzzle. And then there's the world of music. AI can now compose entire symphonies or create songs in the style of any artist, living or dead. We saw this with the fake Drake song that went viral. An anonymous creator used AI to clone the voices of Drake and The Weeknd for a track called Heart on My Sleeve. It sounded incredibly convincing, and it racked up millions of streams before it was taken down from platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. This raises a whole new set of questions. Can you copyright a voice? Your vocal style is part of your identity as an artist. Should that be protected? The music industry is scrambling to figure this out, with some pushing for new laws to protect an artist's voice and likeness from being used by AI without permission. So, where do we go from here? There's no easy answer, and different countries are taking different approaches. Some might lean towards protecting human creators at all costs, while others might prioritize technological innovation. We're likely to see a patchwork of new laws and regulations emerge over the next few years. One potential solution that's being discussed is a system of licensing and royalties. AI companies could pay for access to creative works to train their models, with the money flowing back to the original creators. Think of it like how radio stations pay royalties to songwriters every time their music is played. This would create a more sustainable ecosystem where both AI developers and human artists can thrive. Another idea is to improve transparency. AI companies could be required to disclose what data their models were trained on. This would allow creators to see if their work was used and take action if they believe their rights were infringed. Better AI detection tools are also being developed, which could help identify AI-generated content and ensure it's properly labeled. Ultimately, we are at a crossroads. AI is a powerful tool with the potential to unlock incredible new forms of creativity. But we also need to make sure that we build this future in a way that is fair and equitable for the human artists, writers, and musicians who have enriched our culture for centuries. It's not about stopping technology. It's about guiding it responsibly. The legal and ethical frameworks we build today will shape the creative landscape for generations to come. It's a conversation we all need to be a part of. Whether we're artists, tech enthusiasts, or just someone who loves a good movie or song. What are your thoughts on all this? Do you think AI-generated art should be copyrightable? How should we balance innovation with the rights of creators? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your perspective. This is a massive, ongoing story, and we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on it. Thanks so much for watching. And if you found this video interesting, please give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of tech. See you in the next one.